I mean, that's a very interesting thought, and I think I'm on the same page as you here. I mean, I would I'm astounded as well, but in the last 2 weeks, I've met like 5 to 6 dropouts. I tweeted about it also as well.
Yeah.
It's like we are seeing a change in students, and that's pretty exciting. Uh, this wasn't there a couple of years ago. For example, this is very common in the West. Gap years, gap semesters, people do take, and people start businesses or do something else. But it's very common in India. It's looked down upon. It used to be,
Yeah.
at least.
Correct.
But we are seeing a change in phenomena. I mean, recently speaking, if I talk about a few startups from India, from my college itself, right? There's a startup called Pixel, which is literally launching space, they're launching satellites to the space, right? A constellation of
Wow.
satellites, and they have raised a lot of money in the last couple of years. But the defining part of this is when they were in college, they were also part of this club called Team Anand, which used to which was a satellite club. Like they used to do all things satellite. And it's so interesting to see that a startup coming out of a club. And this is not a new phenomena. Another startup which is quite famous globally as well, it's called Gray Orange Robotics. I think
Yes.
it's close to $1 billion company now. That was
Correct.
also started out of bits. And
Wow.
funnily enough, there's a club called Team Acute, which is a robotics club, which was started by the founder of Gray Orange
Oh,
in
interesting.
bits. And so we are seeing a lot of club to startups happening out of colleges. Even you mentioned Harshal Mathur like before, right? So Harshal
Correct.
Mathur as well, like Razorpay is from IIT Kanpur. There were a bunch of l- college kids who were completely into coding, and they were essentially sort of the starting team per se of Razorpay. And uh, IIT Madras has this very interesting phenomenon. So, I mean, I completely agree with you that we do still think that they're outliers. We do still think that student founders are also outliers, and we are seeing that change happen right now. Dropouts, like people taking gap years, gap semesters, these are all convincing uh, points for us, right? When
Right.
a student starts up. So, yeah, like you mentioned, I would love to see in like while the time we exist, uh more and more dropouts coming up and starting up, and
Yeah.
that's something that is like a good sign, I would say.